So
generation with happy pictures. That's what that's
I was
actually
running
true.
at the machine.
Look at that. We're sad generation with happy pictures, and
Oh.
many people agree on that.
Oh.
And actually, I do agree with that.
How about this other one? So good day to the beautiful and handsome listeners of Candid Critiques. I am your host Christian James Aison together with my co-host Luke Ezekiel Abad and Jim Ramos III. So we are now at the coffee shop named Espresso, located at the 8th Street of Nazareth, Cagayan de Oro City, Misamis Oriental. So our podcast name is Candid Critiques. So why do you think is that?
Yeah, so we didn't really actually plan to name it Candid Critiques because our teacher criticized it as I don't know. I mean, our first name that we thought was Triad Voices.
Yeah.
Yeah, Triad Voices because we're trio, and then voice, so Triad Voices, and then our teachers criticized it, so
So we change it, yeah.
so I've changed it.
Yeah, so now we are known to be Candid Critiques. So our topic for today is the borderline social media horror. How much is too much? So before we delve into this topic, so let us have Luke explain first why or what this topic really is about.
So yeah, borderline social media war is basically exaggeration of in terms of being a social media excessive use of social media.
Basically like an addict.
Yeah, social media addiction. And what's interesting about this is that it's really related to all of us. It's even statistics that shows that every teenagers that owns a smartphone basically essentially shows that there's a minimum of 2 hours of digital media use. So we think about it and we decide as a group when we are discussing our topics that this is kind of a really relatable thing to us, and this is kind of interesting topic to dive on. So what's interesting about it is this is an addiction that cannot be like seen. When you think about an addiction, you think about like alcohol addiction, heroin addiction, and stuff.
Drugs.
Like there's somebody who can talk to you and say like that's an addiction, that's a thing, that's an like definitive thing about an addiction.
So basically the topic is about a social media addict. So
Yeah,
when are you considered a social media addict?
yeah, and that's the thing, like because social media addiction is a very vague line. This is in the past of field of our like ignorance basically. Um, so what is the difference about it is an addiction like this means that you cannot see it because everybody use social media in their phones and stuff. So you cannot really define the line. The line of how much is too much is so subjective to the point there. Yeah, to the point there that you
We'll be in denial. Something
Yeah.
in denial.
like you spend like hours on social media like without even you noticing that you're addicted to it. So we are going to dive into that
Tackle.
line and hopefully distinguish what's that line in the subjective manner. Hopefully.
Yeah, so out of all the topics, Jim, do you have an idea why we chose these topics out of all the topics that we could have chose?
It's because, we live in a 21st century and most of us teenagers grew up with social media and gadgets with all that. So we spend more time on social media rather than like other like older generations which the technology is less advanced compared today. So yeah, I think that focusing or tackling about social media for our topic will be a great impact for our listeners, teenagers, and maybe parents, for so they can see the perspective of their
Prospective students.
yes.
Yeah. So
And yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
So this is so we really live in our lives is essentially in the internet because we are born around the same time as the internet bloomed. So Yeah.
Yeah, so about let's talk about the effects on mental health.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's first like define like how much is too much to you guys, like how much is the social media usage, like how much is too much to you in terms of social media usage?
Yeah, I think too much is, subjective. We can't really
Yeah.
define it. We have different limits on how much is too much for, yeah, being a, I don't know, you can call it social media addict because, yeah, it's subjective.
Yeah, somebody uses
Yeah.
it less, somebody uses more, depending on the how much they see the internet and how and what what uses are they going to utilize it.
Yeah, so our goal for today is to find out the or to uncover
Yes, yes.
where the border really is from being just a normal
Social
social media user to a social media addict.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's basically it. So let's talk about the mental health effects of
Yeah, so-
social media.
So yeah, so how much it so basically you mean that I asked that how much is too much in social media like usage, so so we're going to talk about its mental like effects.
Yeah, I mean, it has like positive effects, like, like in
Being creative.
seeking validation, for example, in social media.
Yeah, how so?
And
Yeah,
expression.
because nowadays we post in social medias to
Express ourselves.
express ourselves,
Yes.
to seek connection to others, especially to our relatives or family members from long distances. Yeah. So posting on social medias isn't really a bad thing. It's not really attention seeking. It's more of, trying to connect with the
World.
world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's actually that's basically attention seeking because you're trying to connect to the world because you seek attention, you seek validation, you seek connections to each other. I
Yeah,
think
but-
that's a part of it.
Yeah, but
Yes.
it's not really a bad thing because it sometimes boost our confidence.
Yeah.
It gives us
Motivation.
motivation actually.
To do the things that we like especially when we post something that is from our hobby or like drawing or like playing sports, then you post it to get many likes and you feel more confident about your skills, so you improve and with the help of the likes and attention that you gain from posting it on social media.
Yeah, let's say for example, I posted an achievement of mine being an honor student in
Yeah.
school. Yeah, by posting it when I gain attention, when I gain like positive feedback, it boost my confidence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like when you post something, like how much is too much to you when posting? Like I want to ask you. I'm actually genuinely curious because I don't really post on the internet and stuff like a professional. I only see it as a professional professional app to use, like Messenger, for example. We use it as a
For school.
Yeah, and
connect
Yeah.
to our teachers to inform
Yes.
yes,
yeah, and stuff like that. So how much is too much to you in terms of
posting. Posting,
Because you said like you post like to seek
yeah, for me, yeah, I only post those like achievements. I think I would put the too much when you are posting almost every activities you do, your personal information, the private informations that you should not post. I would probably consider that too much.
now. So you how about you, Jim?
For me, I would say like the same as you. Like I have an account for professionally for our
Professionally.
school works and stuff.
But
and
you have a different account like
yes,
personally.
yes. But when I post, it's just usually like simple things like when making a coffee or like when I see something beautiful, I take a picture and post it, and like just want to share where I took that picture so they can visit it and and try the place and explore. Yeah.
So how much is too much, do you think, like posting?
Yeah, I would say what Christian said. Like every day, like every minute or
Yeah.
something. Yeah,
When you're-
like anything like so little. Like I saw a lizard something, and you're gonna post it, and. Like 30 minutes passed, and you saw a
You
dog,
post
so you post a
another
dog.
thing.
Yeah, like
Yeah, random
like,
things.
bro, like stop and we get it, bro. And you need therapy, man. Like it's too much. I mean, to
Yeah,
me, it's
you're
too much.
posting things that are not really post worthy, di ba?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's actually interesting because I actually like when in YouTube I have also like personal accounts like gym. So I use different social media accounts like like I use only Facebook and YouTube as Facebook as my professional account and YouTube as my
You don't have TikTok?
no I don't
don't
like
have
I
TikTok?
don't like
Really?
TikTok.
Why though?
Like
why?
I saw a statistic like I'm going to like prove to you like TikTok is actually shit.
Oh damn!
Like
I disagree. I
Wait,
disagree. No.
wait. Like, listen to me first. Like, I have an explanation. So, TikTok is actually the first in the like I saw statistic. Like, it's actually the first like activity monthly. So it's arranges about 1 billion users monthly like activity.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is about TikTok, it induces the how TikTok is structured. It's basically inducing you it's really wiring your brain to like
Yeah.
seek that gratification, like instant gratification. It boosts your dopamine.
Yeah.
So what basically that means is when you boost your dopamine is like you're having fun, you're being high.
Yeah.
And that's why you enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
Now the thing here, I actually found a research about how dopamine affects our frontal lobes. So our frontal lobes basically frontal lobes yeah, and in our brain it's basically in charge of impulse control, behavioral control, attention, concentration and stuff.
So
It's
what?
basically what frontal lobe does is it basically prevents you from doing stupid stuff. Now,
So what you're saying
Wait,
is
wait.
so what you're saying is
But-
TikTok has negative mental effects.
yeah, so basically because of high dopamine, our frontal lobes actually weakens its activity. So what happens is that you, for example, you go to social media, TikTok, you watch something on TikTok, and then 1 p.m. or 1 a.m., 3 p.m., 3 a.m. You ever experienced that? You wake up at 3 a.m. but still doing TikTok, even though your brain is like,
No, actually.
no.
No, I haven't really reached like to the point where I watch TikTok up until 3 a.m.
How about you?
Oh, my
yeah.
God.
Damn.
Yeah, that's
Damn.
what.
I'm
that-
quite guilty for that.
That's yeah. That's
Maybe
what.
you're an
That's
addict.
that's actually interesting because that's what frontal lobe does is that it weakens as dopamine increases. So what you're doing essentially is you're weakening your focus. That's actually why some of us like students like actually have a weak focus because of social media like TikTok. It loses high dopamine and suppresses our frontal lobes. And actually, I found this story about article about a man that has damaged frontal lobes. So what he did is he raped an 80 years old with Alzheimer's. Like imagine 80 years old with Alzheimer's. Like he didn't. So what frontal lobe is like stop you from doing consequences that you're going to regret later on. And since that is not functioning, they're essentially like suppressing that. It's basically doing that stupid stuff. So that's like the extreme. However, like since our subfrontal lobe is not damaged, like it's just suppresses. So going back to my question, like
So
that's what the disadvantage of TikTok is that social media like that like makes you their algorithm is designed to make you go back to their platform and consume. It's basically consumerism.
Oh, so you're saying that the more you use it, the more you become stupid.
No, the more you, the more you use it.
That's what you're
Also, like,
saying.
Yeah, that's
so
what
the
research is.
so the more you use it, like the more it fries your brain. Something.
Yeah, there's actually a term
But-
for that. That's called brain rot.
Oh,
Have you
yeah,
ever
yeah,
heard
yeah,
about
yes,
that?
yes,
Brain rot?
yes, yes.
But-
Yeah, I know,
TikTok
right?
also
Yes,
has a lot
yes.
of positive effects, such as like gaining new knowledge from TikTok. There's actually no
Yeah, like
Knowledge
like,
and
yeah.
TikTok. Like, come
yeah.
on.
Like I would say, like
yeah.
not all.
I didn't know this, but let me ask you. What is the largest desert in the world?
Sahara?
No, told you because of TikTok. I know that it is not Sahara. It's actually Antarctica. Antarctica is actually the
Ah,
largest.
yeah, it's actually at the, yeah.
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 So you didn't know
Wait.
that because you don't use TikTok.
No. Wait, so counter your argument. Actually, so when you scroll to TikTok, how much do you spend time on TikTok?
Mm.
Me?
Yeah.
It depends on school days or on free time.
On average, like on weekly.
On average, I think about 2 to 3 hours
Yeah.
of TikTok.
Yeah, that's what basically statistics said. Like 2 hours, like 2 and 22 minutes in TikTok apparently is the normal for every users, and that's like the minimum, I think. So when you spend time on social media, there's actually an interesting research. Like, there are really a bunch of research that social media like TikTok really induces that brain to the point where
Like it's an everyday need.
I'm gonna ask you, when you scroll down to TikTok, do you remember like what the past videos about?
Yeah, I actually know about that. The
How
How well,
much
yeah, how
average
well.
do you like scroll on TikTok? Like 100 videos, you watch 100 videos, 5 seconds or stuff.
Actually, not that a lot because the TikToks that I watch are actually long videos, like around 3 to 5 minute videos. So
Oh, I think I don't use TikTok, so sorry, but I'm not really not that knowledgeable. So there's an 3 minutes. I thought it was like 30 seconds to 1 minute only.
no, there are actually. I think the longest that I've watched was about 22 minutes.
Oh.
22-minute video.
For me,
You also have TikTok?
yes, but the longest that I've watched is it's this video, an hour long.
What?
And there's
It reaches an
in
hour.
the video there's a picture like this cat will explode in 1 hour. So there's the timer for an hour, and then when you reach at the end,
So you
the
actually
cat
watch it?
explodes.
So you watch it.
No,
1 hour video?
I just skipped it. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
just skipped it.
Uh.
I just want to see the cat explode.
Attention span,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
It was fun.
do you remember like when you scroll down, do you remember like the past video?
If the video that I watched before is one of the things that I like animes or games and stuff, yeah, I might remember some, but not really fully remember, but just the piece of it, like puzzles, yeah.
So yeah, this is actually an interesting one because so for me, like I don't really use that much of like social media in general because of do you know like there's an interesting fact 4 hours of social media is equals to 4 hours you could have learned. So it means that when
Yeah.
you like there's when you spend 4 hours every day to reach 24 hours, 24 hours is actually the time spent when you master one skill. 24 hours.
Yeah.
So when you would guitar, you master one song in just 24 hours and you can master that.
Oh.
So in
Yeah.
four times 24, 4 times divided
It's
by
actually 6.
6. So
Yeah.
in 6 days, if you spend 4 hours on social media, you could have learned how to
Play guitar.
play guitar in one song.
So let me ask
Like,
you,
that's-
you don't use TikTok, right?
Yeah.
So us watching TikToks for 4 hours, you could have used that to learn guitar.
And you could have used that to learn a language. You could have used
Oh.
that to basically the
Study.
price of social media you pay is that the things you could have the
Done.
things that you could have done. And that's really that's really terrifying. Like actually, I don't use social media because social media to me is really terrifying.
Yeah, so your extra 4 hours, you use it in learning things?
Yeah, so in YouTube, I actually watch. So it's not like I use social media at all. Like I watch YouTube, I watch something in YouTube like 2 hours something.
Yeah.
And I also like learn, read stuff. But mostly I also watch videos and stuff. But it's not like I actually like post.
Yeah. So, but about the thing you said that instead of watching 4 hours of social media, you could have learned a skill. So let me ask you: have you learned a skill?
Yeah.
Yeah. What skill?
I'm really reluctant to say this, but I learned how to read.
Read?
You know, it's learned to explain. There's some book and it's basically explains how to read. How to read like in the terms of how do you critically read.
Oh.
But going back to social media, like we
Yeah.
actually deviated now. But what do you think is the mental effects? Like aside from attention speaking, like how do you feel when you do social media? Like when you post
Oh,
something.
when I post things. So, yeah. Let's say, for example, I posted a photo of mine that I feel confident in. So, when I post it and show it to the public, when I gain reactions like heart reactions, yeah, it boosts my confidence. I feel really appreciated. I feel belonged with the people, you know. Like, what's this feeling? Like, I feel loved. Yeah.
It's
So-
like you feel important, something like that.
Yeah, when especially when you're posting your face. Yeah, when someone hearts it, that means like they like your they like your face. Yeah.
Like you're handsome or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
So it actually boosts my confidence. Yeah.
For me, like you think that it's a positive thing, like there's social
Yeah.
media. For me, like since I think social media is having a negative impact on us, and I think you should not use social media at all. But there's actually many abundant studies about social media that they said that social media is detrimental to your mental health because, like you said, like you sense like gratification when someone likes you, and that gratification only comes after 1 hour, right? Because after 1 hour you see someone notification they liked it because you when you post something it's not like they're going to see it at all, they're going to see it immediately, right?
Yeah, no, it actually depends on your
In their feed, yeah. If for your
yeah, because when you post something on social media, like how long does it usually take when
Someone
till
like it,
yeah.
so yeah, that's actually there's some studies about that, and
No, for
actually-
your personal experience, you don't post at all.
I mean, when I post the time that I like comment on YouTube, like there's actually that time like I got like 1k likes and so many comments.
That's on a comment
Oh yeah.
on Facebook posting.
No. And wait, so I'm gonna search.
You've never posted anything?
Yeah, I mean you could see my account on Facebook. I don't.
You don't
Yeah.
post at all.
Yeah,
so,
like-
so what do you expect? How long does it usually take for your expectation? How long does it usually take for a
for
post to
me-
get a reaction?
For me, since I actually post but not in
Not on Facebook.
yeah, YouTube comments with something, something like so something I like. So with a post and comment, I just move on, and then a day after I use notifications to see.
A day after?
Yeah, and then
Ah.
and yeah, that's actually interesting because I feel like like I appreciate it, but
Yeah, that's the thing.
However-
That's what I'm saying.
however, there's a thing like that's called delayed gratification. So when you get used to that, that's become a problem because
So that's where the
Most
addiction starts.
So
yeah,
what
like,
you're saying
it's actually fine to have an awareness. However, do you think like many of us have an awareness of that? What do you guys think?
what do you mean by gratification?
Delayed gratification. So what basically that means is when you post we post right, 1 hour later you're going to get
a reaction.
anticipating that you're going to get an
Oh, so
Like-
you're expecting it.
oh yeah,
You're
like
expecting a reaction.
yeah.
Mm.
So you
Oh.
feel you get it.
Yeah, now I get it.
That's delayed gratification.
Actually, the
And
thing
That's
is,
actually
the thing is, like when we post, me personally, I post on Facebook, and it doesn't really take an hour. I mean, I get an
Just a
reaction
minute?
almost immediately.
Like a minute.
yeah, that's
After you
that's
post it, like
basically
yeah.
a minute, a second after that.
Hindi ito makangiti yung
Uh,
I don't think.
okay, so this is a break. Yeah. Let's continue.
ay cut lang naman.
Here we go.
Thank you.
So yeah, that was a little
So yeah,
advertisement.
That was
yeah,
an-
break. Yeah.
unpaid or paid advertise. Yeah, because I have to pay 10 pesos. So yeah, where was
Going
I?
back to the topic.
Where was I?
Where was we?
Yeah, so we're talking about
The likes like you get
Yeah.
like.
So yeah, like almost immediately after I post, I get a like. But I get what you mean when you say you're expecting a reaction that
Yeah.
actually what has a negative effect on your mental
And like,
health.
I know that there's actually a research so that 66% of the world use smartphones.
Yeah.
Use smartphones, and 34% of those 66% use social media, and most of those are teens. Now they found out that teens that use smartphones, specifically in social media, have more depression, have more anxiety, have more they have more fragmented attention span. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, but actually,
Yeah.
I disagree because there are times that I get depressed, but the only thing that one of the things that can heal that depression
that can
thing,
get you through that day.
yeah, but is the connection of social media. Yeah, well,
To your
actually,
followers. So,
yeah,
No, that's the thing, right? Because they spend a lot of time on social media, they get the feeling that they need it. Like you said, that's exactly the thing.
yeah, but it actually heals up your depression, not the opposite way.
but I guess it depends on the person. Like,
Yeah,
what like how
So-
they cope with their depression or something.
Yeah, and that's what social media is targeting. How they cope, like you said, like how they cope, right? Now, social media is targeting our dopamine, so that means that they're going to get high. So that means they're going to cope in a wrong pattern, and that's what social media wants because they want us to spend more time on their platform for them to gain money on it. Yes.
So you're saying
And also
that
there's actually a research on that, like they have more anxiety. Like, actually that's more like our 21st century teens today are actually more isolated. We are more polarized. We have more polarized oh my God, I can't spell. Thoughts basically means where like when you're in a neighborhood, so there's like a political party on side.
yeah.
So when you're on that party, sa party A, you get the same like political stance. That basically boosts your
Ego.
echo chamber. What echo chamber means is basically your own voice, your own validation. So you get a boost of that. Now when you're in this political party, what you get is like you boost each other's opinion. When somebody confronts your opinion, you get outraged.
Like
When you get
you crash out.
outraged.
You crash out like
Yeah,
immediately.
That's in social media, right?
Yeah, that's actually social media, like algorithms.
Yeah.
They polarize our thoughts. They use algorithms to categorize us on what our likes. For example, you like sports, then your feed is now sports, and that's actually polarization because the more polarized we are, the more disconnected we are to community, and that's why like in TikTok, with Reddit, sometimes in YouTube I actually see sometimes on YouTube like no sometimes like most of the time they argue a lot. They argue in a point that is uncivilized. Like, I mean, no offense, but I mean, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like
In-
cyberbullying or
No, like
Yeah,
when-
just
when
arguing with
talk
no
in the
point.
political party, like political stance, like you see, like they're very heated, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you are wrong, I'm right. Like they use that term that I am in a good side and you're in a bad side.
Just because,
However, when
because of
in
what they
opposite
think,
side, they
yeah.
also think about that. because they think like they're the right and you're the wrong, and that's actually polarization. Like we are more disconnected to each other because of like now in the terms of our fragmented like thoughts, we are now more isolated than ever, more than we did as the last time. And actually, this is actually related to the history of algorithms. So back then, algorithms aren't actually like this. They are like, believe it or not, they're like scrolling on the internet, and then they're just not like they are not
Yeah, so
polarizing. Like there's not nothing
what you're saying is the political, situation right now is much more tense than with social media
no like
than before.
I just gotta explain it as like political stance because that's what happening in social media. And another example
Also,
of that
you're
is
saying
like when,
is-
for example, with your pineapple and pizza and your like non-pineapple and pizza, but most of the time in social media they argue like super heated about it, even though it's just like
Like a simple argument, like
Yeah,
they make
that's-
it big.
yeah, that's what polarization
yeah.
means. That they induce you in that you're wrong, I'm right, and that's what makes uncivilized like
And then
patterns.
they're just arguing with no point.
Yeah,
Like all the
you see that
time.
in the internet,
Yeah,
like
but,
arguing.
Like especially those in TikTok comments where they, bully each other, like the Tagalog and the Bisaya, like
Oh yeah, yeah.
Bisaya farmers.
Yeah, so that's why
Yeah.
you should not. That's why I think you should not use social media at all, because it induces that behavior of that like you're essentially like left out, like
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I know that this is just nonsense, so I just love it because it's just entertaining to
Yeah, so
just,
you're
the
having fun.
comments, like
You're having fun reading
yes,
the
yes,
comments.
yes, because they just they look stupid, like arguing simple stuff.
Yeah.
Like who's the better Filipino, like the Bisaya or the Tagalog? Like, bro, we're the same Filipinos. Like, why don't you just embrace each other, like love
yeah,
each other?
and that's
you know?
what the
Damn.
effects of social
Yeah,
media is.
I get what you mean, but that's not really the effect of social media. It also has positive effects. Yeah, it doesn't really, diverts the people.
However, it outweighs the positive effects because there's so many
Oh,
negative
no.
ones.
Yes.
No, how so?
I mean, it depends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
Let's put this for an example. The LGBTQ community.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
How about it?
Damn.
Yeah, the LGBTQ community in the past cultures, they are not accepted, right?
Yeah.
But
Yes.
they are seeking validation through social media, and actually that has a lot of positive effects because because of social media as a platform to seek validation, they actually feel connected with each other. They actually feel belong to the world because they have other.
Yeah, and that's what polarization.
Yes.
That's what
Oh.
polarization means.
It's
Actually, like,
except time.
Yeah, but that's a
positive effect.
yeah, that's a positive
not
effect to a
really.
certain
Yeah,
extent.
not really.
But
Because,
however, like
they share and they get more connected. Like
Yeah.
the LGBTQ. I mean, sometimes it gets more absurd.
Yeah,
like it's all
How
like
do you mean?
like yeah, they accepted like social media and they post stuff and there's just one time that I saw, like, she identifies herself like as an animal. I mean, as a gay animal.
Oh,
Bro, like, and he or she, I don't know the gender. I mean, no offense. And
yeah,
like,
yeah.
she like dressed as a horse, like put horse horse things around her,
Yeah,
and
so like a costume.
there's like an owner, like a rider for her or him.
Yeah.
Like she's gonna play with her around in a horse farm or something, like, and she will like act like a horse, like neigh, she neigh and stuff.
She identifies as a horse.
Yes.
So how much? Yeah, that's actually like seeking attention, right?
Yeah, second teacher
Yeah.
and the
But yeah, actually, I
Yeah,
think
that's actually
Yes,
interesting
I think
because
the downsides,
I remember now, like there's this Twitter former head of Twitter that says they're actually considering removing likes and dislikes and ano, likes, retweets, and how much they comment, how much people commented and stuff.
I think
Because of
premium.
actually no like past TikTok and like
Oh.
before Elon Musk. I mean,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
that's
so
true.
they're actually considering like removing
Why though?
likes.
Why?
It's because like TikTok had also acknowledged that this is actually harmful. You know why? Because when you're seeking attention, that means you're seeking more likes. When you're seeking more likes, that means you want more of that dopamine. You want more of that
Good stuff. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, you want all that good stuff.
Yeah.
You want that. That's why you're seeking attention in the first
Yes,
place.
yes, yeah, of course.
Now, when you're seeking that much attention, you push to the point that you induce people pleasing behavior. So when you're a people pleaser, you induce this behavior in that it's actually embarrassing. Like you go to the point that there's no return.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like
actually do.
you leave your digital footprint.
Yeah.
So
In your like relationship with the family, friends, and like offline friends and stuff. Like
they would think different about you because of what you're doing online.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
they are used to see you like this person, like this normal person in real life, but when they see you on social media, like you act different. Like
yeah. So
you're
have
not
like
yourself.
you have like two
Yes.
personalities.
Yeah, like-
one on social media and one personal.
Yeah, for gaining likes and comments, for
Oh.
just to boost your dopamine and
yeah, and that's what
enjoy,
actually
yes.
the sad thing is because when you are high on dopamine, you lose the novelty of doing ordinary things. And what does that mean? Like you lose the motivation to like, for example, having a coffee, like having to do coffee, reading books. That's in a, while raining, and then you grab a hot of coffee. Like that's what you think that's pleasurable. You think that's you think that's pleasing.
I mean, for me as a coffee lover,
Yeah.
yes,
and
of
you
course,
lose
yes.
that novelty of doing that ordinary things. And
after the coffee.
yeah, like you seek more in like the more dopamine
Yeah,
the
when
more high
you're
like-
introduced to social
Yeah,
media.
like-
like
you
the
just
more
want to
high
feel
of
good.
dopamine you are, the more numb you are to ordinary things, and
Oh,
The more you want to feel
you
good.
become
family.
less appreciative.
yeah,
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
and that's why
Yeah,
it's
deep.
social media sucks, man. Like
Yeah, I really get your point there, but I really think that that's not really
The
a
case, yeah.
like that's not the cause of that is not really social media mainly. It's actually the lack of knowledge or control of the social media users.
Yes.
nah,
Yeah.
I think it's both.
Yeah, it's actually both, but you can actually stop that effects from happening if you have, self
Like
control.
self-control.
And that's what the frontal lobe does, and what
Yeah.
the social media does.
is
is
to
that-
activate.
Yeah, but-
yes.
Yeah,
Actually,
that's the thing.
not all of social media users are like the one you described,
Like
the
addict,
crazy persons.
Like
Yeah, I'm a social media user and I'm not like that.
I mean, it just depends on the person on how
Because
they use.
you guys have awareness. However,
Yeah.
Yes.
most
Especially
like, you
the
see-
younger ones, the
Yeah, that's what's scary. That's what scares
Yeah,
me. Like the younger ones, they're more
generations.
exposed.
What do you call Gen Alpha? Yeah, the
Do
Gen
you-
Alpha.
Do you think like they have a knowledge? Like, do you think Christian like they have a knowledge on what you said? Like, you said like you can avoid that by having awareness, by having knowledge of that. This is bad. This is wrong. Do you think that kids have that? No.
Yeah.
they don't have that
Because
They
they,
are kids.
young, of course, they're young.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
thing
and that's what the scary thing is because social media targets dopamine, and what's more effective is that when you are a kid, you are more susceptible. You're developing.
and until you
So-
get used to it, and until you grow up. So
And that's
yeah,
and that's what is bad about social media is that it induces that effect. And when you you see that spoiled kids when they
so
when they
the iPad kids.
iPad kids.
Yeah.
Like, there's actually so much clip in that. Like
yeah. I actually know that because my cousin is actually, I consider her as an iPad kid.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
same here. Well, my
Yeah.
cousin is a Gen Alpha. Like most of the time, like she just look at her phone. She has a like her own phone, like given by my grandpa. I don't know why.
I actually
though.
have a quick question, guys. Like this is actually like I found it in the internet when I was searching. Like, it's called Instalai. So basically, like,
What's that?
basically like you post something that you're happy and that you're not like. What? It's really stupid.
Like just for likes.
Yeah, and that's what you said. Like
Damn.
an example. Wait.
Yeah.
This actually is so stupid.
It's ridiculous. Damn.
Hmm.
Yeah, you guys talk. I was going to search
So
for it.
about what you talk about, like depression, how depression, like actually I have experience on that actually. I mean,
You got depressed?
yeah, I get depressed and
How did you cope with it? Did you view social media as a negative or positive? Or
I'm neutral because I spend most of the time play with my friends. I only use social media just to chat with them and
Yeah,
to
so
invite them to play.
yeah,
just,
that's
just
what
to
I'm
cope
saying.
with my
you
loneliness
have
and
a
depression. Yeah,
positive effect that's called connectivity.
just connectivity.
You get connected with the
Yes.
other people,
But sometimes,
especially in long distances. Yeah.
Yeah, so here's
That's
the video.
Oh,
Like, it's
okay. Then what was it?
it's really just bullshit, really.
It's a 3-minute video.
Yeah, like, we just do the skip on that for later on. There.
What the fuck is she doing? Oh, maybe sorry for the language. Oh,
Oh, just and then
Yeah,
so she's pretending to be happy.
Yeah.
oh, that's absurd, bro.
Good morning. Like she didn't even do that.
Just
And there's next one that I'll actually like laugh about.
Oh, so he pretended
So,
to.
yeah, look at that.
like
Riding
cycling.
quest like finished like this is so
Ah man, that's so ridiculous.
yeah, and
Yeah.
actually I saw like
That's what I call too much, bro.
Yeah.
Like too much attention, like too much attention seeking. Like
what's the next one?
why can't you just be normal?
What's that?
Organized and then he just left the trash on
Oh man,
the
damn.
side.
Oh, so I get it now.
Yeah.
So they're doing it just for the
Cloud, yeah,
attention,
just for
right?
the cloud.
Clouting.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
actually that's actually more on Instagram because
Yes.
there's
yes,
some
yes.
research on that like Instagram is a bunch of lies like
Especially like
And-
pictures.
Yeah. and actually when you have like you said like seeing attention is good but too much is like
Yeah.
bad. However when you spend
I think that
time-
actually is the extreme part of the effects of
Yes,
social media. Yeah.
Nah, I think like actually that's actually normal for the reason wait
Oh.
no like in a normal
Oh.
in a sense of that they see it because they spend more time on social media. For example you said like 2 hours social media, right?
Yes.
And you scroll about how many average do you think how many
I think 50.
videos?
A day?
Yeah, a day.
And then average,
Not 50, not
average.
50. I think 100. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
and that's the thing. Like we see in, especially in Instagram, like you see posts like, macho man, like there's a beautiful girl, like,
Like
there's
keep up, you follow.
K-pop, and there's
yes.
like achievements, like there's parties, and there's like super
yeah.
like they're living their lives. Yeah, good, like good stuff.
Yeah, I actually
Yeah,
get
like
and
you
but
also
when
want those
scroll,
likes.
when you scroll, yeah, you see most of it is like you see that in a terms that they're having fun, right?
Yes.
And what becomes normal to you, this is actually more of more negative on women because they see like this beautiful person is normal
Yeah.
instead of when you there's like study of this like so when you are in a community, right? Without those social media, you interact about 100% per day.
Yes.
So when you interact about 100% per day, you especially it's actually in school. Like for example, in school, like you get that one smart kid, right? That one person, like 99%
Yeah.
like
The top
Carla,
kid, the
yeah,
top
like
kid.
Carla, like
Yeah.
like in the class setting, like they're the top 99 percentile. And now like much of us, like us, in the 80%, like
Just the normal.
a normal one,
normal
like
ones.
you see it as a
Not
pyramid, they're like the top, and we are the
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 middle
lower- the
class,
well-
middle lower part.
and now
I'm actually the lowest.
so, for example, if the upper class on that in our social hierarchy in like classroom is 1% or 2%, and most of us is like 80% stuff is in the middle. So us in the lower part, it is actually composed of like not good performing stuff. I mean person. So it also composed of 1 to 5%. So it's the same as the
Social media.
I know it's the same as the upper part, which is like like them successful on like they are doing like social council like stuff like like yeah like for example like our classmates like there's that one person like our group mates in PR like Carla like Kyra, yeah, she is really on the I think the top percentile. However, it's actually the same as the lower like that. There's 1% chance of like 1 to 2% in the lower, 1 to 2% on the top, and mostly in the middle. Yes. Now in social media, what you see normally is on the top.
Yeah.
Because that's what people are seeking. Like they are seeking more on the adventures. They're seeking more dopamine because that's what social media is. Like now, when you see you said like 100 posts per day, like you watch 100 posts per day, right?
Yeah. On TikTok.
When that 100 posts per day is like the upper percentile. Now that what is what we consider normal, and then
Yeah.
and you like I don't know, you feel like you missed out something, you missed out life, you missed out like you're not having fun, you're not having much more novelty as them. So you categorize yourself as the lower 1% percentile, and that's what fucks up people because that's actually what induces depression, anxiety, especially in women.
Yes.
Instagram specifically.
Like especially when they don't have like a specific hobby.
Yeah, like actually like what you said, like they don't have specifically have hobby,
So they
hobby,
don't
like,
feel belonged. Right?
yeah, and no, they don't feel like they accomplished stuff.
Something.
Yeah, and social media actually price on that. So consumerism.
That's why in the video you showed they pretend to accomplish stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn,
So they feel
damn.
belonged.
That was deep, bro. That
Yeah.
was deep. Super
Oh, I
deep,
get it.
bro.
Yeah, I actually agree with that part, but I don't really agree when you said that the video you showed is actually the majority of the social media users, the normal, because I consider myself as normal and I don't do that shit.
Maybe that's
I don't do that shit.
However, like
maybe that's
actually
just assumption.
predominant in Instagram, especially
Oh,
Yeah, I really
yeah,
think
yeah.
that what you showed us was actually the extreme
Maybe it's just an
negative
assumption.
effects. Yeah.
No,
For
it's like look at the views, man. It's 1 million. Like, imagine that.
damn.
That means that
They really
many
get
people,
through that.
If not
Damn.
a lot of people.
Yeah, but the 1 million views, like not all of them agree with the video, right?
Like they just
The top comments. Here we go. I'll actually like the top
Ah.
comments. Like, wait, let's see the top comments.
Yeah, let's see.
Let's see the top comments. Like, I saw top comments in there. Like, they actually agree with that.
Yeah, that they're like that.
yes.
No,
Damn.
like they see people like that, or maybe they are, but they aren't acceptable.
Oh,
We're
Oh,
sad
so-
generation with happy pictures. And that's what that's
I was
actually
running
true.
at the machine.
Look at that. We're sad generation and with happy pictures, and
Oh.
many people agree on that.
Oh.
And actually, I do agree with that.
How about this other one? I was in the running machine at the gym. A girl came, took place in another running machine. Photographers. Oh,
Yeah.
that's actually.
Yeah, like I
That's
said, like
facts. Facts, bro. Facts.
Yeah, so maybe I'm not really considered as the normal part of the.
Maybe just a little bit, you know.
yeah, like I actually
No, but
like
I don't
delve
do that.
on statistics and like I said, first is the TikTok and statistics I shared. With TikTok is the first, like is it?
Yeah, but
And
in
second
the
is Instagram.
in the statistics that you
Fifth-
research.
oh, sorry, I think it's fifth. Instagram is
In the
fifth.
statistics that you've researched, what are the percent of people who actually do that? Because I think not really the majority. I think just a little because
yeah.
majority of the people I know don't do that.
I just
Maybe
know.
in the different cultures, right? Like the Western culture,
They seem
here
to be
the
more
context,
like
I don't think
that's
they see us the social
I'm
media
just
stuff.
telling you know. I mean, wait.
Wait, now I
what?
get it.
What?
I actually remember this certain scenario
Yeah.
where my cousin actually I go to the gym like
Yeah.
so yeah I go to the gym and then my cousin actually told me that she wanted to come with me to the gym
Yeah.
Just to take
to not
pictures.
not to work out
Just a
but
picture.
to
Just
take pictures.
Yeah, that's what's thinking
like
about
like pretending to work out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot the statistics, but just study about when you study
now I
about
see it.
Instagram correlates with depression, anxiety, and people pleasing behavior. Which is
Yes.
like what you said, like
Yeah.
we actually see it in our everyday lives, and that's what scares me, man. Like that's a really devastating thing because how much is too much, like they don't, like I said, like they don't actually like know that because it's an addiction, that they don't know that it's addiction because everybody is doing it.
Yeah, it's like normalized now.
Yeah, and we don't see everybody like that's an addiction, you should stop that. Unlike heroin addiction, like people like
Yeah, they don't notice it at all.
yeah.
It's unnoticed.
Is it unlike
So that's why I said like,
Now that I'm
it
thinking
outweighs-
about it,
it outweighs the positivity.
Oh, may one of those people because
Wait, did you
like
experience that?
I mean like depression like
No, I mean like
the faking thing.
I mean,
You're
if you
faking-
do, like, you can share it.
like I'm not really sure if I can put this like
Alright.
into faking, but this is just
But
like
in the video shown, have you actually done some
something
of
like
the,
post myself, but no,
Yeah,
but
no, like faking
stuff
things.
and then
Yeah,
posting.
just for clout.
faking.
Belting.
About faking, no, not faking, but just
Oh,
I like expressing what I feel, but I think that people like seeing my shared posts, what do you call this? Like what they think about the post that they share is like fake, just pretending because just to gain attention. But in fact, that it's the fact. Like it's real. Like I'm being for real when I share that post because I just I don't post something that I would just get for clout. Like
However, the internet doesn't know that.
yes,
And that's the thing. Like,
that's the thing. Yeah, because when I'm on Instagram, like that's the time where I express myself and what I feel like today, and
oh yeah, that's actually interesting. So what are your feeds in Instagram if we can know
it's
about it?
yes, it's about mostly depressive stuff.
what?
Yeah, I still cope up with it.
You should stop that.
Yeah,
I think that's
so. It's
I think
because of
that's
the-
maybe because you like a lot of depressing quotes.
Yeah, I
or-
actually added to my story because
Yeah.
I feel like this. I need to express myself
so
like this.
the
Yeah.
algorithm detects that you like certain things like that.
It's because a certain event, something
But
happened in
when
my
you see
life.
those
yeah.
depressing quotes, what does it do to you? Does it make you feel depressed or sad?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't make me sad or any kind of way. Just
You can relate to it.
You can relate to it.
Yeah, I just relate to it. I just want to share that this is what I'm feeling. Sometimes my friends will also check up on me. Like that's really thoughtful and that would really help me get through the day.
Yeah, so that's
Yes.
actually one of the positive effects.
Yes. But I would say that it's not good doing it like mostly every day. Like I only do it like
Yeah, you
let's say
shouldn't.
twice a week because I me as a person I don't really show my emotions that much unless it's the person that I'm really close with. Like the person that the only person that I can show my vulnerability is my lover, which
Wow.
we broke
What happened?
up. Yeah, a month
Oh.
ago. Yeah,
Oh.
and that's why I really can't move on. So yeah, I started posting some depressive
share
stuff.
depressive.
That's what
Yeah, I just want to
that's what the money is, because like I actually like actually like there's more on that research is that Instagram actually like targets that stuff, like targets lonely people, because when you're lonely, what do you check? Social media.
yeah. Facts.
Yeah, social media. And then
Yeah, but actually, the good thing about this is when that's really bad, when
he has friends.
a lot of
Mm.
like depressive
can
quotes. But
back-
the good
yeah,
thing
back
about
me
it
up.
is,
Yeah, backing me up.
you have friends to back you up.
but but
Yeah, but if you haven't shared that, your friends wouldn't have known, diba?
Yeah, they would have noticed that, especially when I'm at school, I'm just, I'm being talkative. Yeah, I'm being like this.
So actually, what
Yeah.
you've done expressing your thoughts actually helped you cope with the breakup, right?
Yeah, that event, yeah, it really struck me down.
Yeah.
Like when after that event, like I was shut down. I couldn't really eat. I mean, I eat, but just oats and then coffee.
Yeah,
Then-
that's before you shared your thoughts, right?
Yes, you shared this. Like it be like the feeling inside me, like the weight inside my
Yeah.
heart, like
Heavy heart.
it,
Yeah.
it became.
you think that there's a hole in your heart or something.
Yeah, something.
It became light. So like, I feel like I can move on. Like I want to try, and I want to break in this kind of feeling. Like I want to break free from this
This
feeling.
cycle.
Yes.
Yeah, but you're trying to
That
look
must have been
for.
rough, huh?
So you've used Instagram as a
Coping
platform,
mechanism.
yeah,
Yes, a coping
to
mechanism.
express your thoughts.
Yeah, and
that's-
feelings that I keep within me, because just what I said earlier, that I don't really express my
So
feelings.
after you
in
expressed
life.
your thoughts on Instagram, what did you feel? Did you feel a little bit, at ease?
Yes,
Yeah.
I feel at ease after for something related to me, and then after that
And then after your friends checked up on you after seeing your post, you felt what? You felt loved, right?
I felt like, oh, there's people like
who care about you,
care
right?
about me, and they back me up, and in case of everything.
Happens.
And then,
Yeah, so
Yung
that's
sabahan
actually.
ay lovely friends and family.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not the first time that I felt this way.
Yeah, so that's actually one
Yes.
of the, I see as the positive effects of social
Yes,
media.
because
There are a lot of people who can't actually open up to their families,
Yeah,
because of their family situation.
the
They're
first time that I felt
shy.
this way,
Yes,
Yeah,
actually
and
me, I open up to my mom, but
Not that much.
not
in the inside.
because my mom is actually, she doesn't live with us because she's abroad. Yeah, she's working abroad. So the way that I communicate with her is through social media, right? Yeah. So without social media, without the use of social media, I could not actually communicate with my mom, and she's the only person I express my thoughts to. So there are actually times like my ex,
Damn,
My ex-
they broke.
yeah,
Oh, you also have.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
what do you do about
You
that?
noticed before that we actually broke up a couple of times, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wait.
yeah.
What do you mean by couple of times? That means you broke up and then
And then we
Came
got back,
back, came
together,
back.
and then broke up
Yeah,
again,
yeah,
and then we got back together.
Is
But
the same
the
as
first
me
time-
as also?
first.
The
How
first time we
wait, how
broke
many
up.
times you broke up?
I could not count.
Bro, same,
not
bro.
count.
Come
Bro,
on.
same.
Yeah,
Same.
because
If you could,
it's not my fault, no. It's not my fault. She's the one who loves to.
Oh, like
that's like bullshit, man.
I don't know about her. I don't know what's her deal, but yeah.
yes.
But you broke up like for good today. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, for the
I
better.
couldn't handle it anymore.
Yeah, you
The
sound like
lies.
that must have been rough. Like the person.
Yeah,
like,
but
people-
actually the thing is, because we keep on breaking up and then getting back together, I actually got used of the feeling
Get full.
of getting
Get full.
Yeah.
Get full of it.
getting my heart broken.
I think you
actually
use social
got,
media as a means of coping up with it.
at first, yeah,
Oh.
but after right now, the last time we broke up, I actually didn't use social media because I got used to it. I don't have to cope with it because I got used
Move
to
on.
the pain. Yeah, I
Yeah.
actually moved on.
I actually
Like,
feel
instantly.
him, yes, because me and my ex also break up a lot of times, but it's not due to like cheating. I mean,
It's because of
I
fights,
mean,
right?
I mean there's a time.
She got bored or something.
No, I was talking to another girl.
Oh, so you
But
cheater. What
You're
the
a
but
cheater.
I didn't.
We
I
don't
mean,
know it.
yeah,
We
me,
don't talk
me
to
cheat,
you.
yes.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
like I felt guilty. Like I should have been doing this. So like I came up to her like yes, she forgive me,
Yeah.
and but most of the times we like fight or broke up because
So-
our schedule. Yeah, our schedule. We can talk that much. We can play that together much. We can have our time for ourselves. Yeah, that's why.
She's from far away, right?
yeah,
from away.
she's in Singapore and
Oh,
yeah.
she.
Yeah. That's
Wait, what?
Yeah.
yeah. That's the only way they could communicate is
Yeah,
through
social
social
media.
media.
She moved on in Singapore.
No,
No,
she was in
actually
Singapore.
from Singapore.
Yeah,
So they have a long
met.
distance relationship.
Yeah, we met.
How did you meet? How did you social media?
Through a game, and then we chat on social media, and then we became friends. Then I confessed, and after 3 years,
So you use video call to.
I mean, at the first couple years, no, because
Shy.
yeah, shy, and her parents are serious and strict. I mean, about like 2.5 years, I opened up with my parents. Like, I have a kwan, I have a girlfriend, and then, but like her family is really, really strict.
So she's
Like,
hiding
Yeah, she's,
the relationship.
but I understand because it's not easy to just tell your family like, hey, I have a
Especially if your boyfriend is abroad.
yes, and you cannot really like assume her personality. Like, is this her
In the
like
same-
in real life?
Yeah.
Like, is she the same as the person that I talk online? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
because-
yes.
Like we talked about like before, right? Yeah.
So
We have like different. Some people have different personalities on social media
Yeah.
yeah.
and on real life, right?
Yeah, that's actually the main thing is that when you are on social media, you tend to have a release on society, on what you are, in who you are, who society decides you to be. Because when you are online, like you can be free to yourself, like there's no boundaries, and that's what devastating. That's what's most devastating is that when you are free and you have no rules.
I mean,
What
You get this. Like, you have no self control, right?
Yeah, and rules exist for you to contain self-control. We wouldn't have
to follow
prisons if we have criminals.
Yes. Sure.
And social media, it's a new concept. Like it's like decades, like 2 decades. I mean, approximately 2 decades or 3. And it's just like 3 decades, and we don't have any much more data to adjust ourselves on how to use social media, and that's why many of us have no information or no awareness, especially awareness like awareness on like, oh, this is habit, this is bad. However, like today, like we in social media, I tend to see like people are becoming more aware because like they are like,
Yeah, they're more aware of the world, right?
but like, oh, this is actually a bad thing. My health determined. I deteriorated. My family relationships is also deteriorating. And
So that's-
they actually see the negative effects now, and they are more. I think internet is more advocating on the negative effects on now. But back then they didn't really have the data to support that. But right now it's still in its infancy. The research is still in infancy because
You don't have that much data to
I mean we have data. However, there's
small
nuanced-
amount.
There's still nuanced data on that. Yeah, you could say that there's not lack of data and how to determine how much is too much in using the internet and using the social media.
Facts.
Yeah, so yeah, I use social media a lot, but after what you said, like I'm glad I'm not like them, no?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
actually, like you guys are on the healthy side. I'm actually surprised by that.
Maybe
I can't
I
call
think-
myself like at the healthy side because
Yeah, you're on
Uh,
that. I mean, it's social media addict and social media like healthy side of social media is it's like a spectrum, but you're on the you're falling on the borderline.
I
borderline.
just watch brain rot stuff like
like actually
the
almost
cat
at
spinning.
the edge.
Yeah, I'm on the
almost
edge of
at
the cliff. Like
Yeah.
the cat spinning cat. The chill guy meme. Like bro, like he's so nonchalant. Yeah,
Yeah, that's actually like
It's actually I don't really get that meme because it's I don't know, it's just random shit, it's nonsense. but
like
it
for
gets a
example,
lot of attention, right?
yeah.
For example, you're in a situation like there's a bear attacking, but you're just a chill guy and doesn't give a f.
Yeah,
So post like that.
yeah, don't worry. Like, you just
Yeah,
yeah,
just,
don't worry about swearing. Just
So-
reiterate it.
So yeah, to sum it all up, social media is like actually a double-edged sword, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, you
yes,
have
that's
these
facts.
positive effects that you have connectivity, right? It enhances
So the
your
bad
connectivity. You
sides.
can connect with the individuals who are far from you. You get awareness. Awareness is enhanced. You're aware of what's happening really in the world, and it also has these negative effects, like
Actually,
what
I
you
like-
said.
Yeah, like negative outweighs the positive side if you are not aware, and most
Yes.
people
Yes.
are not aware, so they are more on the negative side.
Especially
Yeah,
the younger generations.
Yeah,
So-
especially in our generation.
So in conclusion,
We
social
agree on
media.
the same
Yes,
thing that
yes.
it has some positive effects, but
but
It's also the
it
negative
also has
side.
a lot
Yes.
of negative effects. So
yeah, in the sides of social media can be
So
detrimental when you have no awareness.
what should we do to avoid that negative effects? So
Yeah, like we said, awareness. Yeah,
Like-
the word awareness.
Self-control, of course.
Yeah.
No, like I mean, awareness
Yeah,
is also part of self.
Oh,
Yeah, like
self-control also is
It's
self-awareness,
an
right?
and awareness. Yes, yes.
And you have to be aware of the consequences that
Your
your
actions.
actions.
yeah, like social.
Yes,
Like I said,
yes.
so, the price you pay for doing social media is the price you could have done in your life.
Mm,
And it's also because of this bandwagon effect, right? Like
Yeah.
when you're
yes, yes.
seeing
it's
something
also-
that you think is normal, but it actually has like hidden consequences, but you don't see
like,
it.
Yeah.
It's also like
Yeah, because
polarization.
You're unaware of the
Yes.
consequences. So
Yeah, and it's also like polarization of thoughts, like
Yeah.
different parties and stuff, like social media, like sides of social media, like algorithms put you on that side, put you on that side, making you're making your arguments more heated up, even if it's a simple arguments.
yeah.
Yes, yes.
So if you're a social media user, the best thing to do is
Be aware.
be aware of
Be
your
aware of your
actions.
actions.
Yes,
And
yes.
actually, part of that of being aware is that one, when you are one day without your phone, what do you feel? One day without your social media, like one day without checking your social media, what do you guys feel?
Like
I actually feel
Do you feel anxious? Do you feel like
bored. Yeah, bored.
do you feel like uneasiness?
not really because if I feel uneasy, I
sometimes,
just
yeah.
Yeah,
But it's not really because of the thought that I could not post. It's
Oh.
because of
you could have missed something.
no, it's not. It's
you can
actually
entertain
the-
yourself.
No, it's not entertaining. It's the
Connectivity.
connection with my relatives. Like
Oh.
for example,
Your mom.
Yeah, like
my girlfriend. Oh, my ex. Yeah.
my ex.
Oh, that
Yes.
hurts. But yeah, I've actually moved on. So when I actually see I have a new phone right now, diba?
Yeah.
I have a new phone because my iPhone got destroyed. So it got ano, no, it actually
Fixed.
yeah, it's on it's getting fixed right now.
Oh yeah, right.
But I don't know what happened with that. It just turned green. I don't know why.
Oh,
Oh, the screen must have broke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Social
my
media,
my iPhone was broken and that I don't really have an extra phone, so
So you text your mom.
yeah,
That
using my brother's phone. So during those times without having a phone, I actually
Felt
feel
empty.
like really bored, really
Yeah,
anxious, what to
empty.
do. Like
Yeah, that's
actually, I'm overthinking. Like, oh, what is my girlfriend
yeah.
doing?
So
See the school
you-
announcements.
what you need to be aware.
yeah.
Yeah.
What you need to be aware is that uneasiness. So when you're not using social media, you get that uneasiness, and that's actually part of like you're in a spectrum of like borderline spectrum of like
Yes, yes.
because like it's actually called FOMO, or fear of missing out.
Yeah.
And yeah, so when you feel like one day without social media, you feel like you're missing out. I think you need to cut back on that.
Like especially in school announcements.
Yeah.
Yeah, so going back with the question, how much is too much of social media?
Yeah, I think when you are not aware
Oh, what are you doing?
what you're doing, I think too much is you can't distinguish too much because of like I said, like you don't know, like you're not aware.
Yes.
Yeah,
like
the consequences, right?
No, you're not. Yeah, not part of that, but you're not aware that this is actually determinal. This is actually affecting you.
Yeah.
And the way to determine that is like have your phone outside like one day, and
Yeah, try
if
to
you
test
feel-
yourself.
yeah, like try to test yourself one day without the phone.
And what do you feel?
How do you feel about that?
Or yeah, just
Yeah,
And that's a way to be aware of that. And having aware of that, you can actually listen. You can actually have more time to yourself. Like you can have time on even doing simple stuff. You can have time on
learning new skills.
and you have and you can also have that positive impact of
Yes.
strengthening your self-control. You have more discipline.
We're mature. Yes.
How about you? How about
The more aware you are, the more the more things you could have done
I mean,
yourself.
yeah,
You
for
can
me, like,
improve.
I also get bored. Like, I mean, like, I'm on social media, TikTok. I mean, yeah, it's too much. Like, I want to do something different. So yeah, I play darts or I ride my bicycle. I'm gonna ride a loop. Yeah, for 30 minutes or something. Just for exercise. To stay fit also.
Yeah, stay fit. It's
Yeah,
actually one
so-
of the part, right?
So actually in social media, it's okay to express your thoughts, your opinions. Yeah, as long as it's true, right?
As long as
it's real. It's not the fake ones that we've
Yeah.
seen in the videos.
and also it's not too much excessively.
yeah,
And I mean by excessively is posting every minute, posting every hour, posting every
like
day.
unworthy, unpost worthy stuff.
Yes, yes.
And
I think that's it.
Yeah.
For this episode.
Yeah, I think that's it for our first episode. So once again, I am Christian James Saison. This is
look, Ezekiel Biabad and
Gina was the third.
and we are Candid Critiques. Thank you for
Signing off.
listening. Peace
Bye.
out. Bye.